The issue that is addressed in here comes back before the body, but you have to adopt the plan as a whole. It's non-binding. It comes back to the council. But if you want the state funding to continue with the various phases, you adopt the plan and then you move through the plan as you go through each issue.
So that did answer my question. People out here will get to see the.
It will be published if it's adopted, yes.
Oh, well. I thought, did you say that they could have seen this prior to tonight?
I would have no problem with that. It'll be on DCED's website.
It's advertising was available. It's been available.
I've received numerous reports that their right to know request has been denied.
Well, I can tell you flat out false, because I've received one right to know request, which I received on Friday.
And will we publish it on the internet?
It'll be on DCED's website, it'll be on our website, a copy will be placed in the library. But again, my point to you is that by adopting this tonight, doesn't mean that as you move through the phases, that because we adopted it this evening, that you're moving forward. You're adopting the plan as a whole. As we address each issue, it comes back before the body. It's non-binding. It's not Act 47, it's an early intervention program to create stability with the finances.
The people still want to see it, that's why.
Any other questions? Seeing none, Mr. Secretary, call the roll.
Mrs. Arnold?
Yes.
Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
Mr. Lauer?
Yes.
Mrs. Putrick?
Yes.
Mr. Sykes?
No.
Mrs. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mr. McNamara?
Yes.
No?
Motion carries 6-1.
Mr. President,
Mayor.
I asked at the October 8, 2013 council meeting if an independent audit of the borough's finances could be conducted. I was told that this had been done by Mr. Morgan and his company, and that other eyes have also reviewed our financial situation. I am not satisfied with this explanation and still believe that an independent audit and study be conducted on the borough's finances. Section 1007 of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Borough Code allows for the mayor to veto ordinances. So I am vetoing ordinance number 1295 at this time.
I guess, Mr. Mayor, what I would honor and respect your opinion, but I guess what I'm a little bit confused about is last summer you wrote a letter to the editor of the Patriot News and as well as the Press and Journal, where you outlined and agreed that the borough faced financial difficulties and that coming together and getting professionals in here to address those difficulties. Now, we've been through this for almost 18 months. Mr. Morgan and Susquehanna Group Advisors have reviewed this. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania has reviewed the borough's finances. They stopped in year 15 as far as the structural deficit. We not only had that, but we had two professors from Penn State University that came down to assist Mr. Morgan and the finance director, who all resolved at the same conclusion. And then in the arbitration process, an independent appointed arbitrator, recognized, and in his preface to the arbitration award, recognized the financial situation that the borough was in. So I'm not quite sure, and I hope that you realize that by your veto action this evening, that you jeopardized 75% grant money to this borough. So I would ask that if you could make it a little bit more clear to me how many more eyes have to be laid upon the finances of the town, because that's where I'm confused.
Regarding the article that was written, it was written because of what was told about a deficit. But since that period of time, council has been spending money hand over fist. So now this is what has caused me a bit of confusion. Why are we showing a deficit one time and spending money hand over fist maybe 3 or 4 months later?
So
That's why I am vetoing now.
Have
You
you,
can,
have you
you
read
can,
the, have you read the
you
report?
can
Mayor?
sustain or override my veto. I am finished discussing.
Have you?
I am finished
Well, Mayor,
discussing.
it's clear to me that you
I
don't, you
am
don't
finished,
understand what you're
Mr.
doing.
President, I am finished discussing. I
Mayor.
have vetoed my,
It's clear that you don't
I
understand the
have-
difference between the
I
structural
am
deficit
finished.
and.
I am finished, Mr. President.
So have you read the report?
I am finished, Mr. President. You either sustain or override my veto.
The veto override vote will occur at the next scheduled
meeting.
council meeting, which is 10 days.
10 days.
beyond today.
Any other
There's no
discussions?
need to take further actions now.
I think, Bob, I think you're being hard-headed about it.
Bob, I am finished, council. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, you either, I have voiced my opinion. I have vetoed, I am telling you, I am vetoing. In 10 days, you can either sustain or override.
So let me hear it again one more time for the record then, Mr. Mayor, the reasons that you're,
I'm finished.
that you're vetoing
Mr.
this.
President, I am finished.
Moving on, agenda item number 2, ordinance